6 dangerous fruits seniors should avoid for leg cramps relief. A midnight wake-up call you can prevent. Imagine this. It's the middle of the night, and you're jolted awake by a sharp, searing pain in your calf. Your muscles feel like they're tied in knots, and no matter how much you stretch or massage, the cramp refuses to release its grip. For many seniors, leg cramps are more than just an occasional annoyance. They're a relentless battle that disrupts sleep, drains energy, and leaves you feeling exhausted even before the day begins. But here's something you may not realize. The fruits you're eating, yes, those healthy, delicious snacks you reach for to stay fit and energized, could actually be making things worse. Surprising, isn't it? Some fruits, while packed with nutrients, can inadvertently disrupt your body's delicate balance of hydration and electrolytes, the very balance you need to prevent cramps. Welcome back to Elders Insight, where we dive deep into topics that truly matter to your health and well-being. Today, we're uncovering a truth that could transform the way you manage leg cramps. By the end of this article, you'll know exactly which 6 fruits to avoid and why, along with healthier alternatives to keep your diet both nutritious and delicious. So grab a comfortable seat, perhaps a warm cup of herbal tea, and let's talk about how small changes can lead to a big difference in your comfort and well-being. Ready? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Overripe bananas, the sweet trap that can trigger cramps. The double-edged sword of bananas. Bananas have long been hailed as a superfood, especially for seniors looking to maintain muscle health and overall vitality. They're rich in potassium, an essential mineral that helps regulate muscle contractions, prevent cramps, and maintain a healthy balance of fluids in the body. For older adults, ensuring adequate potassium intake is crucial because muscle function tends to decline with age. But here's the catch. Not all bananas are created equal. When bananas become overripe, their nutritional profile changes significantly, turning them from a helpful ally into a potential trigger for leg cramps. What happens when bananas ripen too far? To understand why overripe bananas can be problematic, let's take a closer look at what happens during the ripening process. As bananas mature, their complex carbohydrates break down into simple sugars like glucose, fructose, and sucrose. This transformation makes the fruit taste sweeter, but also dramatically increases its glycemic index, a measure of how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels. When you eat an overripe banana, the high sugar content can cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar. At first glance, this might not seem like a big deal. After all, bananas are natural, right? But here's what happens next. Your body reacts by releasing insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. This sudden drop can leave you feeling dehydrated, a critical trigger for leg cramps. Dehydration doesn't just affect your muscles' ability to contract properly. It also disrupts your body's balance of electrolytes, making cramps even more likely. The hidden dangers of sugar spikes. Let's delve deeper into why sugar spikes are so harmful, particularly for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood sugar levels. This inefficiency means that consuming high glycemic foods like overripe bananas can lead to more pronounced fluctuations in hydration and electrolyte balance. For example, when your blood sugar rises sharply, your kidneys kick into overdrive to filter out the excess glucose. This process pulls water from your cells, leading to dehydration. Without enough water, your muscles struggle to function optimally, increasing the likelihood of painful contractions. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old retiree from Ohio, who experienced this phenomenon firsthand. "I've always loved bananas," she recalls. "They were my go-to snack when I wanted something sweet but healthy. But last year, I started noticing these awful leg cramps waking me up at night. My doctor suggested cutting back on sugary foods, so I switched to less ripe bananas. To my surprise, the cramps disappeared almost completely." Margaret's story highlights an important lesson. Moderation and timing matter. By choosing bananas at the right stage of ripeness, you can enjoy their nutritional benefits without falling victim to their hidden dangers. Water retention and circulation issues. Another factor to consider is that overripe bananas may contribute to water retention in some individuals, particularly if consumed in large quantities. This water retention can exacerbate circulation issues, another common cause of leg cramps in seniors. Poor circulation means your muscles aren't receiving the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly, leaving them more vulnerable to spasms and contractions. For instance, John, a 68-year-old grandfather from Texas, struggled with swollen ankles and frequent leg cramps. "I was eating 2 or 3 bananas a day, thinking I was doing my body good," he admits. "But once I cut back and switched to greener bananas, the swelling went down and the cramps became less frequent." Healthier alternatives to overripe bananas. If you're a fan of bananas, don't despair. You don't have to give them up entirely. Instead, choose them at the right stage of ripeness. Green or slightly yellow bananas are lower in sugar, but still provide a healthy dose of potassium, along with other nutrients like magnesium and vitamin B6. These nutrients work together to support proper muscle function, reduce inflammation, and maintain a steady electrolyte balance. If you're looking for even more potassium-rich options, consider adding sweet potatoes, avocados, or spinach to your diet. These alternatives offer a wide range of health benefits without the sugar spikes associated with overripe bananas. By making this simple change, opting for less ripe bananas, you can enjoy the nutritional benefits of this fruit while minimizing the risk of those painful, sudden leg cramps. Small adjustments like this can make a big difference in your overall comfort and health. Chapter 2. Grapes, the sweet temptation that can leave you cramping. The allure of grapes. Grapes are a beloved fruit for their sweet, juicy flavor and versatility in snacks, desserts, and even drinks. They're often seen as a healthy choice because they're low in calories and contain antioxidants like resveratrol, which is good for heart health. But while they may seem harmless, grapes can be problematic for those dealing with leg cramps, especially if consumed in excess. Why grapes can be problematic? Grapes are naturally high in fructose, a type of sugar. While a moderate amount of sugar in your diet is normal, consuming too much can lead to a cascade of effects that increase your risk of leg cramps. The high sugar content in grapes can contribute to dehydration by drawing water out of your cells, which in turn disrupts your body's fluid balance. Dehydration is one of the primary triggers for leg cramps, as muscles need adequate hydration to function properly and avoid painful contractions. Additionally, the natural diuretic effect of grapes, causing you to urinate more frequently, can lead to a loss of essential electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. These minerals are vital for preventing cramps because they regulate muscle contractions and relaxation. When your electrolyte levels drop, it's much easier for cramps to set in. The danger of overeating grapes. What makes grapes even trickier is how easy they are to overeat. Their small size and sweetness make it tempting to eat them by the handful, often without realizing how much sugar you're consuming. Just 1 cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar, almost as much as a candy bar. For seniors whose metabolism and kidney function may be less efficient, this sugar overload can have a bigger impact on hydration and electrolyte balance. For example, Sarah, a 65-year-old retiree from Florida, loved snacking on grapes during her afternoon TV shows. "I didn't think twice about grabbing a big bowl," she says. "But after a few weeks, I noticed my legs cramping more often. My doctor suggested cutting back, and it made a huge difference." Healthier alternatives to grapes. Instead of grapes, consider reaching for berries like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries. These fruits are lower in sugar, rich in fiber, and packed with antioxidants that reduce inflammation and support overall muscle health. Blueberries, in particular, contain compounds that promote better circulation, which can help reduce the frequency of leg cramps. If you enjoy the convenience of snacking on grapes, try controlling your portions or balancing them with hydrating, low-sugar options like cucumber slices or celery sticks. This will help you stay hydrated while satisfying your cravings. By being mindful of how and when you eat grapes, you can protect your body from the hidden risks they pose to your muscles. Simple swaps and portion control can go a long way in keeping leg cramps at bay while still enjoying the occasional sweet treat. Chapter 3. Oranges, the acidic culprit that can worsen cramps. The bright side of oranges. Oranges are often celebrated as a powerhouse of vitamin C, a vital nutrient that boosts your immune system and promotes healthy skin. For many, they're a go-to snack or breakfast addition. offering a refreshing burst of flavor. However, when it comes to managing leg cramps, oranges, especially when consumed in excess, can pose some unexpected challenges. The problem with acidity. Oranges are highly acidic, and while this acidity isn't necessarily harmful in small amounts, over time it can interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium, a mineral essential for muscle function. Calcium helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, and without enough of it, you're more likely to experience cramps and muscle spasms. Moreover, oranges contain a moderate amount of natural sugar. Eating large quantities can lead to blood sugar fluctuations, which, as we've discussed, can result in dehydration, a major trigger for leg cramps. Digestive sensitivities. Another factor to consider is that the acidity in oranges can sometimes irritate the stomach lining, especially for seniors with sensitive digestive systems. This irritation can indirectly impact your overall electrolyte balance, as your body may struggle to retain essential minerals during digestion. Healthier alternatives to oranges. You don't have to eliminate oranges from your diet altogether. They're a fantastic source of nutrients when eaten in moderation. Limit your intake to one small orange per day or enjoy them as an occasional treat. To keep your calcium levels steady, balance your orange consumption with calcium-rich foods like leafy greens, almonds, or dairy products. If you're looking for a lower acidity alternative to oranges, try kiwi or sweet bell peppers. Both are excellent sources of vitamin C and other antioxidants, but without the high acidity. Kiwis, in particular, also contain potassium, which can further help in managing leg cramps. For hydration, consider pairing oranges with water or herbal teas instead of sugary juices. This will help counteract any dehydrating effects and keep your body properly balanced. By moderating your orange intake and incorporating alternatives, you can still enjoy the benefits of this popular fruit while minimizing its potential downsides. Remember, a well-balanced diet is key to reducing leg cramps and maintaining strong, healthy muscles. Chapter 4. Watermelon. The hydration myth that can backfire. The hydration promise of watermelon. Watermelon is often thought of as the ultimate hydrating fruit, especially during hot summer days. Its juicy, refreshing nature and high water content, about 92%, make it seem like an ideal choice for staying hydrated. But for seniors dealing with leg cramps, watermelon might not be as beneficial as it appears. The sugar spike dilemma. While watermelon is rich in water, it's also high in natural sugars. A single cup of diced watermelon contains about 9 grams of sugar. Eating large quantities can lead to a spike in blood sugar levels, followed by a rapid drop. This fluctuation can contribute to dehydration, one of the primary causes of leg cramps. Even though watermelon provides some electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, the sugar-induced dehydration it causes may outweigh these benefits. The diuretic effect. Additionally, watermelon has a mild diuretic effect, meaning it can make you urinate more frequently. This leads to the loss of crucial electrolytes like potassium and sodium, minerals essential for proper muscle function. Their depletion can leave your muscles more vulnerable to painful cramps. Healthier alternatives to watermelon. If you're looking for a hydrating fruit that's gentler on your muscles, consider cucumbers or cantaloupe. Cucumbers are low in sugar, high in water, and contain a small amount of potassium to support muscle health. Cantaloupe, on the other hand, provides a balance of hydration and essential nutrients like vitamin C and potassium without the sugar overload of watermelon. Another excellent option is coconut water, a natural electrolyte drink that replenishes potassium and magnesium levels while keeping you hydrated. Coconut water is especially helpful after physical activity or during hot weather when the risk of dehydration is higher. For those who love watermelon, you don't have to give it up entirely. Just enjoy it in moderation and pair it with a source of protein or healthy fat, like a handful of nuts, to stabilize your blood sugar levels. By being mindful of your watermelon intake and opting for alternatives, you can stay hydrated and support your muscles without increasing your risk of leg cramps. Small adjustments like these can make a big difference in your overall comfort and well-being. Chapter 5. Cherries, the anti-inflammatory fruit that can cause cramps. The appeal of cherries. Cherries are often hailed as a superfood for their anti-inflammatory properties and rich antioxidant content, making them a popular choice for those looking to improve their overall health. They're delicious, versatile, and widely available. However, when it comes to managing leg cramps, cherries, especially in large quantities, may not be the best choice. The sugar content issue. The issue lies in their natural sugar content. A single cup of cherries contains about 18 grams of sugar. While this sugar is natural, it can still contribute to spikes in blood sugar levels, followed by dehydration, a key trigger for leg cramps. For seniors whose bodies are more sensitive to fluctuations in hydration and electrolyte levels, this can significantly increase the risk of painful muscle cramps. The diuretic effect. Cherries also have a mild diuretic effect, meaning they can cause you to urinate more frequently. While this might sound beneficial for reducing bloating or water retention, it can also lead to the loss of essential electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These minerals are crucial for maintaining proper muscle function, and losing them too quickly can leave your muscles more prone to sudden contractions. Healthier alternatives to cherries. If you love cherries for their anti-inflammatory benefits, consider switching to tart cherries in smaller portions. Tart cherries have a lower sugar content and are just as rich in antioxidants, making them a better choice for reducing inflammation without destabilizing your electrolyte balance. Another great option is pomegranate. This fruit is not only lower in sugar than cherries, but also packed with nutrients that promote better circulation and muscle recovery. Pomegranate seeds can be a fantastic addition to your diet, whether eaten on their own or sprinkled on salads. If you're looking for a snack that's both hydrating and cramp-friendly, try pairing a small portion of cherries with a handful of almonds or walnuts. The healthy fats and protein in nuts can help stabilize your blood sugar levels and counteract any potential dehydration caused by the cherries. By enjoying cherries mindfully and exploring healthier alternatives, you can still benefit from their nutrients without increasing your risk of leg cramps. Remember, moderation and balance are key to maintaining strong, healthy muscles while enjoying the fruits you love.